So today we have the 320i Iris BMW. It broke down. I mean, it has an issue. So probably you are going to have the same issue. So today I'm going to try to guide you with that. So as you can see, we have a fuel leak. This is fuel. This is coming from the tank. It is so hard to actually go through inspecting this problem because you cannot see all the way because it is all covered, and there is no way that you are going to be able to identify that leak unless you drop the tank. It's a constant leak. So it has to be somewhere inside the fuel pump area. So that's what I decided to inspect, inspect from that. Many other people are saying to replace the evap system lines, and they're leaked from there, but in this case the leak is a massive leak. It is not just something that is going to make the tank wet. So for that we have to go to the top, and I want to show you from where this one is leaking. Probably the same issue is going to happen to you. The finding of this problem, we have to come to the rear to the rear seat and remove the seat. It is just pretty easy. Just pull the clips, these two clips, and that's it. And the seat belts, just take it off, and that's it. And then you just pull this one off, pretty easy. And then you get access to this cover over here. This is a fuel pump cover. You remove 5 bolts, 10mm bolts, nuts, in this case plastic nuts, and I'm just holding that, and then you get access to that. And there you can see the issue. See how much fuel this thing is leaking? And it's leaking from the pressure hose right here. That hose is the one that is letting the fuel leak out from the tank, I mean the fuel pump system. So in this case, to fix this problem will be pretty easy. I mean, not that easy as it looks, because we have to drop the tank in order to fix it. So we have to remove this and remove the hose, but this hose cannot be removed just like that. We have to drop the tank in order to fix it. And I will try to see what will be the best way to repair this one without dropping the tank, because dropping the tank will be the hardest part to do. But anyway, I just wanted to show you for the moment, and I will keep you updated on how this one goes. Probably I'm gonna skip to that part directly, so that way you can just focus on that once this one is completely fixed. So at the end, what I ended up doing was replacing the fuel line, because I tried many things, adding this, adding that to the seals to seal that little fuel pump outlet a little better, but it didn't work. Nothing I did at work to reseal the seals of the piping that goes to the engine from the tank. So I replaced it. I have the old hose over here. If you wonder why it's in 2 pieces, it's because I cut it. This hose is one solid hose that comes from the tank to the engine, and that is over here. It comes all the way over here, all the way to the back. See, it goes under this one and then goes over the tank over here and goes around, and it goes to the under the passenger side, under the rear seats. The proper job, the proper way to do this job is to drop the tank completely and remove the hose, because the hose is held by some clips in there. They are super hard, super tight to remove, because you don't have no room. That is the proper way to do it. But that is the reason why I cut it. So I cut it because I didn't remove the tank. What I did was just to remove the bracket. See this bracket over here? There is one bracket and there is another bracket, the 13mm bolts, just to remove them. But before doing that, just have to make sure that the tank is not completely full. The tank has to be less than 1/4 to do that. Otherwise, a lot of pressure can go with the little hoses like these ones, and you can break them because those are plastic, very easy to break. But just drop these and just make a little room, extra room, so you can remove the hose. And you cut that, you cut this one right in the middle. This one you cut it right in the middle, right here. Let me see if I have a flashlight over here, right here. So you cut that one right in the middle. You can see the line over there, see? So you cut it right in the middle, right there. So you are able to remove the hose easily because the clips, there is some clips over there. See, on that area, there is some clips. And those clips are super hard to remove. Those are super tight to remove. That it is almost impossible to remove them without removing the tank. So that is the reason why it's necessary to cut it. To cut the hose, so you slice one end on this side and the other end on this side completely, and you remove it. To install it is pretty easy, or you have to push it. So that is what I did. So in BMW terms, in dealer terms, what you have to do is drop the tank completely. So you have to remove the dry line too and everything. As you can see, I already removed the heat shields, and the exhaust manifold has to be removed. That definitely has to be removed. That's no questions asked. But if you drop the tank off, you have to remove the dry line, and you have to remove many other hoses that are holding the tank in many different areas. So I guess that will be the easiest way to do it. And now basically it's everything back on place, and pretty easy. I save a lot of time by doing that. If you wonder if it's possible to remove this line without removing the tank, yes, it is possible. All you have to do is cut it right in between here, so you are able to remove it. The new one, you are not going to cut it. The new one, you are going to find its way in different angles here and there until you get it all the way to the top. You have enough room to take this one to the top, but you have to be careful because this is plastic hoses. They can break pretty easy if you bend them too much. So that is the reason why you have to be very careful. You have enough room to bring the hose in here and there, but you have to be very patient in order to keep this hose in the right position and don't force or break anything. But it was just a little update. I didn't show you how to do it specifically because it's kind of hard, but I'm just giving you the details of what you have to do in case you want to do it. It is not hard, but it's going to be harder if you don't have a leaf, but it is possible. But as I say, you have to remove these brackets over here in order to lose the tank a little. It is just a tiny bit. The one thing is going to drop. It's just going to drop probably like 1 inch or less than 1 inch, but it's enough to remove the hose. But the rest of the components, like the exhaust pipe and the heat shields and all the other covers that are under the vehicle, they have to be removed no matter what, because the hose goes over here, see, and you have to remove all these covers so you get access to it. But I hope the video is informative enough. But if it is not, you can use the comment section below, or you can go to Instagram and also look for me, Francisco Maya YouTube. You can follow me there to see different content, and you can ask me anything there about any of these if you have any questions. We are working on that BMW over there. That's a 750. I'm going to show you on that case before I finish the video. I give you that. In this case, we are going to replace the oil cooler line that goes on it over there. And that is a super hard task to do because you have to drop the sun frame. But I want to try to do it without dropping the sun frame completely off. So we're going to do a video how to do it, not completely step by step, but showing you what are the details, where here and there you have to do to actually remove the hose. But things like that is the videos that I do, so that way you can save money, and you know, I mean, we all help each other on this. And if you wonder a job like this on a BMW, removing the fuel line on a 320 AI, removing the fuel line that comes from the tank to the engine, how much will cost on a BMW? That will cost around like $700 just to remove the line and replace it. In independent shop, probably like 500 or more, depending. But This is just some details and probably you don't need to know, but it is good to know anyway. So thank you for watching.